Happy Sunday, everybody. So I hope we're all doing really good. I hope we've all had a lovely week or day or whenever you're watching this. It is a Sunday here and I am gonna just head down to the beach and just relax. I'm really looking forward to it. The weather yesterday was really just grey and rainy, but I woke up to pretty much blue skies and I think it's going to be around like 26 degrees, so I'm like, definitely a beach day. My hair is wet, so that's why it looks super dark, but because it is hot and I'm heading down to the beach, I'm just going to leave it wet because I'm in Australia and you can walk around in bikinis, wet hair, no shoes, and most people don't care. So anyway, gonna head down to the beach. Might treat myself to a iced, I always forget the name of it, iced long black, is that right? Because I've told you guys in my videos before, I fast a lot until kind of like midday or the evening sometimes, and I've just had a black coffee today, so I'm probably going to keep it going until I eat later. Guys, I know it's controversial, but I like to do it, which leads me on to, and I know some of you guys will be like, well, that's not going to help with your hormones, but whatever works for you guys. But you know when you're having one of those days where it's like an ugly day, the girls will get this because I'm on that kind of time of my cycle when I kind of break out a little bit. Just, you know, when you always break out in like a certain area and that's how you know it's kind of like hormonal. Girls just know when it's that time of the month, you get those sore kind of like under the skin spots and then it just leaves like a red mark for ages. I'm kind of at that stage of my cycle, and you just need to like get out, be by the water, get some sun on your skin. Honestly, one of the best things about Australia for me personally is like the sun and being so close to the beaches, because it's just such good therapy, healing, whatever you want to call it. I don't know, not to be like, you know, throwing out all of those kind of words, but it really is. It just, when you feel good, like it shows a lot of the time, and just being in the sun and by the water, I just start to kind of see a glow on my skin. So yeah, it's one of those times of the month where I need to just get outside and be by the water in the sun, because I'm getting like a few hormonal spots, like breakouts, and it's just leaving like a red mark. But interestingly enough, I get this more when it's during ovulation, which is complete opposite to a lot of girls. I mean, I get really painful periods and I will get some breakouts around my period, but when I see the most kind of flare up in my skin, it's during ovulation. And I just get a few breakouts, and also I have psoriasis and that tends to get worse around ovulation. I track my cycle now, and that is something I have 100% noticed. I get the psoriasis like in my scalp and it just flares up quite badly during ovulation. So that's kind of where I'm at the minute. Sorry for I know there's some guys that watch my videos, but that was more of a girl talk, but education for you guys. But yeah, I don't know if any of you guys get that as well, but I just totally flare up and get real tired around ovulation, which is funny because I see that that's supposed to be a time where some girls feel at their best, but for me, I probably feel worse sometimes than I do on my period. And I actually get sore tummy as well sometimes. But anyway, I want to bring you guys with us. So let's have a wholesome, chill day by the water. And yeah, let's go. Hey guys, so it's actually such a beautiful day. It's so hot as well. Okay, it's probably very windy where I am, but I was just laying on the sand for like an hour and I was like, this is my favorite spot. I don't know if you guys have gathered, it's been in quite a lot of my videos, but I love coming up to this rock because it's always so quiet and peaceful. Sorry, I have like all sand in my nails. But yeah, just laid on the sand for like an hour, got a ice long black, and now I'm gonna chill up here for a bit. Lately I've just been like sunbathing on the balcony, but it feels so nice to actually come down to the beach and be by the water. Alright guys, so my boyfriend has come to meet me, so I have a little refreshing Coke, no sugar. We're actually going to head back soon, walk back and make some food and chill out, but I wanted to quickly talk to you guys before I end this video. So I wanted to talk to you about why I actually decide to opt for coming up to the rock to chill out, where it's like super quiet, and normally as well, like I'll just stay on my balcony on a Sunday and like sunbathe. Because don't get me wrong, I love being in like the middle of everything. Like I liked being on the sand just then, like around everyone, just like laughing and like just amongst people. But when you're doing a job where you're around people all the time, like I'm seeing hundreds of people every day and having like small talk with hundreds of people every day, you need like at least a day or two a week where you just take time for yourself. And like not even just time for yourself, but like just like quiet time, just so you can actually breathe for a second. Like I do enjoy my job, I love it, and secretly I like being around like a lot of people and getting to know lots of people. But you're kind of like, when you're a receptionist, you're kind of like a personal assistant, but for like loads of people. You're being like pulled in different directions, you're making sure like messages are being passed on properly to the team, else they're like getting annoyed at you. You have to like make sure you're being polite and like again passing on messages to like people coming into you. There's just like a lot of different things, a lot of interactions you're dealing with. But that's okay because I choose to do this job, and like I said, I secretly like it, else I wouldn't have gone back to it. But the thing that isn't okay is the way some people speak to me and some of the members of the team. And I think if you're in customer service, you'll be able to relate to this. But like some of the things people say to me is really, really not okay. But I think what happens is people coming in get so used to seeing me on reception and I'm like a familiar face, and they get too comfortable and they cross the line with things they're like saying to me. So like what I mean by that is like people come in and they start asking you really personal questions, or again just like crossing the line basically. 1 second, there's a helicopter about to go over, so 1 sec. So I'm not going to get into all of the things, but something that happened recently, there's like a couple of older guys that make comments at me quite a lot, but I've always kind of just shaken it off, and it was more like funny at the start, but now it's definitely crossed the line. Some say maybe it's my fault because I was laughing and I wasn't like shutting it down straight away. But there was 2 older men in particular that come in and make comments at me, but they always come in separately, so I didn't actually know that they knew each other. And the other day they came in together, so one is in his 50s and the other one is in his 60s, and they came in together and it was almost like they'd been like drinking or something, and they came in like singing my name, but in a like not like a nice kind of way, in a bit intimidating kind of way. And it was just me standing there and it was late at night, and they were like singing my name coming in and just like really laughing amongst themselves, like almost like laughing at me more than anything. And then I just kind of like, you know, when you kind of roll your eyes and kind of say hi, and then one of them, he just randomly looked at me and said, "Are you not pregnant yet?" And I just looked at him and went, "You can't say that." Like kind of laughing but confused because it came from nowhere. Like he hadn't even asked how I was or anything. That's literally how it went. They came in like singing my name, laughing really loud, and he just looked at me and went, "Are you not pregnant yet?" And I went, "You can't say stuff like that." And then something like that, and then he just goes, and he looked at his mate and they both started laughing, and then he just looked at me and went, "It's about time, isn't it?" And then they both laughed so loud and like just walked off. And it was just so weird. And personally, I just don't think, like, well, one, why would you even come in and think to say that to the receptionist? Like, it's just such a weird thing to say. Like, I don't even really know this man. I only really know them from coming into the gym. And the comments that I've just noticed have gradually actually got worse. The way I thought it kind of started as more like a bit of a joke between us kind of turned actually into something else. I wasn't really expecting that, but maybe I got this guy wrong. Maybe he's just not, I don't know, or maybe they had been drinking beforehand. I'm not sure, because he does make comments about like going for drinks and stuff. But yeah, just comments like that, and that's not the only stuff I've had recently. And again, like, I'm there to do my job, and when people cross the line and say stuff like that to me and like try and find out my personal business, it kind of puts me into, and this sounds really, really dramatic, it kind of puts me into like a flight or fight mode. Because when I see, because I can't leave the desk, I have to just stand there, and it's all glass around the desk. So like when I see them now coming towards the desk and they're coming in, and when I'm on my own, I'm thinking in my head like, what are they gonna say? How am I supposed to respond? And I feel my heart rate. I don't know, I don't know, because I'm not usually like that. I don't normally usually care, but I think because it's happening like more and more, and I have to stand there, I don't really have a choice because that's my job. It's like, I don't know. And then like the other day he came in and like other people were standing with me, and he didn't say anything, and he didn't even like look at me. So that's how I know, like, he knows that he shouldn't be saying the things he's saying. So to put it this way, when I had my heart rate, my pulse tested the other day, it was literally like 133. And then I had to sit for a while, just doing nothing, just like calm, and have it retested, and it was still like 122. And for a pulse rate, and you're not exercising, that is really, really high. And like my blood pressure was very high as well. So yeah, I think it just shows that even if you consciously, you don't realizing it affecting you, these things do. So again, it's just the importance of just stepping back and like taking that time for yourself. Alright guys, we're heading back now. Gosh, it's so hot. So we're actually doing the little forest walk through like Randwick to get back, because there's a lot of shade, because it is so hot. I'm literally sweating. But yeah, this is a very cute little walk. I can't remember what it's called, but if you live around Randwick, you should definitely do it. So this is literally what Sydney would have used to have looked like everywhere. How cool. And now it's just a tiny little bit through the middle of Randwick. And also we remembered it's called Fred Hallows Reserve, something like that. Anyway guys, we're gonna go back and make some food and chill out for the night. So I'm gonna love you and leave you, and I'll see you all soon.